Hello everyone, welcome in this second live session for this course Introduction to Modern Indian Political Thought. I am Mithilesh Kumar. I'll be very happy to answer any queries or doubts that you may have. If you are on MS Team, you can unmute and ask your question. But if you are joining me today through YouTube, you can also write your questions or queries in the chat box section. I'll be happy to respond to them as well. So actually, this is a live session, and about the course exam and course material I have already discussed in my previous live session. So I'm not going to repeat that in this live session, unless of course there is a question from any of the learner, which you can type or you can ask me directly through MS Team. So I'll wait for your queries or any comments that you may have. And for those of you who want to know about the basic requirements or exam or the nature of questions, I suggest you to use or refer to my video on live session, which is available on the course portal. Anyway, I hope this course is helpful to the learners, and I would also take this opportunity to remind you that if you are looking for certificate, you should register for the exam. And I think last day is today, that is March 17. So anyone can enroll for this course for the purpose of learning, but to earn a certificate, you must register for this course by paying some amount. So if you have not already registered for this course, I encourage you to register for writing the final exam. And some learners have some queries about assignment. So there is one learner who writes that he missed 2 assignments. So what he should do? Should he write the go for the registration or not? So this point I have discussed in my previous live session also. So for this course, there is 2 requirements. One is from your regular assignment, and another is the final exam. So for the purpose of grading, we are going to include only 8 based assignment that you have submitted over the course of 12 weeks. So every learners who is looking for a certificate has the opportunity to submit 12 assignments. Out of these 12, we are going to take based 8 assignment for your for your grading. So even if you missed one or two assignments, you should continue to submit the rest because we cannot extend the deadline. So if you missed it and deadline is over, there is no way you can submit those assignments which you have missed already. But for the remaining assignments, I will suggest you to please submit well in advance. And do not worry if you have missed one or two, because for the final grading, we are going to include only best 8 assignments. So we have a learner from on YouTube. Yeah, so hello, Rosen, and there is one more learner. Hi, good evening. If you have any question related to course or some feedback to share, you can write, or you can also join through this MS team where we can interact face to face. I'll be happy to answer to any queries that you may have. All right, so another learner asked about difficulties in some questions, one or two questions in the assignment, and how one should prepare for that. So, in assignments, one of the basic requirement is that you should watch the video and PPT, read it carefully, and if you want, you can also read the transcript. So all the questions in the assignment are from the PPT itself. So if you read the PPT and watch the video lecture, you should be able to write all the answer. Now, 2-3 questions are deliberately made a little difficult, which requires you to think or connect with other thinkers or their ideas. So I have about 2-3 questions which is a bit difficult and require you to think and basically to test your comprehension, whether you can connect some idea with some other thinker or not. So therefore, you have these 1 or 2 or maybe 3 questions, which is a bit difficult, but you can answer that if you have watched the video and read the PPT or transcript. So all the questions are from there only. So if you read them carefully, you should be able to answer even the difficult question. And one of the best thing about submitting the assignment is, as I have mentioned in my previous live session, that 30% of the question in the final exam will come directly from your assignment. So please take your assignment seriously. Look at the answers which is provided after the due date, and understanding the assignment or submitting the assignment regularly will help you in the final exam as well. Okay, so Rosen is asking, hi Rosen, sir, how can one achieve more marks on external exams? So Rosen, I think you can basically, as I have said just now, in the final exam, more marks in the final exam. Assignment will give you some sense. So about 30% of the question in the final exam will come from the assignment. And then there would be some questions which is based on recall. So if you watch the video regularly, you should be able to simply answer those questions. And there would be about half of the question in the final exam, which will test your comprehension or understanding of a topic or a thinker or a particular theme. So for that, again, the questions are from the PPT or the video lecture. So if you watch the video and the PPT, you should be able to answer the final exam. However, if some of you are more interested and curious, you can also refer to some of the text which I am giving in the last slide of each lecture. So there is one or two textbook which you can also refer to. However, for the requirement of this course, video lecture, PPT, and transcript is sufficient. And if you do that well, I'm sure you can achieve good marks in the final exam as well. So I hope that answer your question, Roshan. Actually, in these live session, I wish some of you can join through MS Team and you can share your experience. But I don't know why there is some hesitancy on your part. But anyway, I hope, yeah, Roshan, thank you. And for those learners who may have, thank you, Roshan. So I hope this course is useful to you and to other learners as well. Um, uh, if there are any more questions, I can wait for 1 or 2 minutes more. Otherwise, I would like to conclude this live session with just a request that you have a discussion forum. Please use it for any queries or doubts that you may have. And before the final exam, there is one more live session. So you may have the opportunity again to interact with me, to share your ideas or seek clarification on any topics, themes, or thinker that we have covered in this course. So now I'll wait for 1 minute or so. If there is no question or queries, then we will end this live session. All right, so Roshan is asking about giving PPT in Hindi transcript. So Roshan, PPT and also transcript, there is some discussion about providing them in Hindi as well as in other modern Indian language also. But that exercise is under process, and hopefully in near future we will have all the transcript and PPT in Hindi as well, or in other Indian language. So I know that some of you on the weekly feedback also writing about providing these materials in Hindi or in other Indian language. We are taking them in consideration. Hopefully, they are made available in near future in Indian languages too. Okay, so yeah. Hopefully that answer your question, Roshan. And I think if there is no more question, then we can conclude this live session. All right, so let me conclude this live session with the request that you can use our discussion forum for any queries or doubts. And also there will be one more live session before the final exam. And hopefully some of you can directly interact and share your thoughts or seek some clarification about any thinkers or theme. So I look forward to the next live session and encourage you to use the discussion forum for seeking any clarification. And for those of you who have not yet registered for the exam, I'll request you to do so uh, as soon as possible so that you can write the final exam. So thank you for joining me. Thanks, Roshan and others who joined us during this live session. I'll see you in the next live session, and hope you keep enjoying learning, and use discussion forum for sharing your thoughts and ideas. Your weekly feedback matters to us, so please do write your suggestions or feedback about the course, teaching, assignments, or anything that you think will help improve the course. So thank you for joining me. Thank you. I'll see you in the next live session.